Hello, ladies and germs, gentlemen, bacteria, children, adults, and like. Welcome to another Death Battle reaction video, and this time I'm reacting to Yoda versus King Mickey, Star Wars versus Kingdom Hearts Death Battle. For those of you curious as to why I didn't react to a couple of other Death Battles before, I guess I just forgot to record them, / I didn't feel like doing some of them, at least at certain parts, so I kinda dropped watching Death Battle because while I had some connections with them, I thought, you know what, maybe I'll skip watching these because I don't want to do too many of these, Death Battle reaction stuff unless people want me to. And so far, not that many people have spoken out whether or not they want me to do these or not, so, whatever. I will say, though, in terms of this episode, I'm just more curious about it more than anything because it's literally, Yoda from Star Wars versus King Mickey from Kingdom Hearts. And I think it's specifically, the specific version of King Mickey, which brings up this whole, situation. Okay, so this particular death battle was something that a lot of people kept on suggesting about, but I didn't know whether or not they would actually do it. And I remember once on, like, a death battle cast, they actually stated, like, oh yeah, we might never do Mickey, purely because, like, oh, Disney might copyright claim us, which could be very bad. And then there was the issue of with, like, Yoda, one of the creators of Death Battle didn't really want to put Yoda in because he didn't like the fact that Yoda, flipped around, jumped around in the prequel movies, which, I understand looks a little weird, but I thought it was pretty cool. So, personal preference / Disney lawsuit-wise, they said they might never do this match. But I guess they found a way to get around this? Hopefully nobody, contacts Disney and tells them about this fight. Otherwise, ooh boy. I hope that's the case. Anyway. So, yeah, my particular feelings for this Death Battle are kind of simple. I'm a fan of Star Wars, I'm a fan of Kingdom Hearts, but I'm also a fan of, like, Mickey Mouse cartoons, at least some of them. To, give a reference point, I watched, like, the 2000s, like, early 2000s / reruns of 2000s, early 2000s / the late 2000s, Mickey cartoons, and also some of them that were appeared on the House of Mouse. And I enjoyed Mickey's character for, what they showed. So, I'm not really, like, pulling for anyone specific here. I'm just, like, thinking, okay, who's going to win? I don't know. I can't really pick, so really can't choose. So, for now, I'm just gonna stay neutral to this. Who do I think will win is a different story. From what I've heard, King Mickey should be able to win this, from what I hear. Yoda is pretty powerful as a Star Wars character, especially since Obi-Wan, that they've, showcased a couple of other stronger feats for, Jedi, and they've also talked about it. But, as far as I can tell, I think Kingdom Hearts characters are stronger than Star Wars characters, or at least King Mickey should be stronger than Yoda. At least I'm assuming. Again, that depends. I've heard different stuff as to why, King Mickey would be considered stronger. And I do want to mention, I don't think this version of Mickey is actually like a composite character of, like, the old cartoons and stuff like that, at least as far as I can tell. It's just King Mickey himself from the Kingdom Hearts series, and that's it. So, I don't think they'll be pulling anything else besides just what feats have happened in Kingdom Hearts, and comparing, King Mickey to Sora, since he's already been in Death Battle. And maybe they'll talk more about, like, Kingdom Hearts itself. I don't know. Chances are it's possible that, Yoda could pull something off. I'm not sure. Overall, this whole fight is going to be in 3D, so that's going to be interesting to watch. So, like I said, I do want to mention, just like I do usually, I'm just going to skip ahead to the actual fight itself. Or, you'll see me skipping ahead to the actual fight because I'm not going to show, myself watching the analysis portion just because, or the ending analysis portion, purely for, you guys to go and watch the actual video itself. Go and support Death Battle, go and watch the actual original video yourself, and I'll just be here watching the actual fight, or, I'll be here watching the analysis and the ending analysis by myself, and then you guys can go out and, watch you guys can go watch the original video yourselves. So that's why I'm doing that, so just keep that in mind. So I'll see you when I actually start the fight, after I'm done watching the analysis. Okay, I just finished watching the, the actual analysis trailer, and I don't know, like, I think Mickey won't win this fight, as far as I can tell. They didn't bring up anything else outside of Kingdom Hearts, usually, so it doesn't seem that bad, although they brought up Zeus and his ability to move stars, and I know, like, there's also moving stars in some other games in Kingdom Hearts to a degree, but that's a different story altogether. It's kind of weird how it's, portrayed. Kingdom Hearts itself is always kind of an odd issue in how it's, portrayed, how it's showcased. Although, as far as I can tell, people say, like, yeah, comparing some of the stuff that they brought up makes sense. At least as far as I can remember. And I will say, I think Mickey has this, I believe, at least I assume. A lot of people say Mickey will win this fight, and it seems like it's possible. At least from what Death Battle's, showcased, and what they seem to have interpreted. So, I don't know, honestly. This should be interesting as a fight to watch, overall. I'm not particular. I guess I'll just, stick with Mickey as my choice as to who do I think I would win. But, again, I want to say, I like both characters, so I'm okay with whoever wins, honestly, so yeah, let's actually see what happens, because the 3D from, the preview I saw once looked pretty cool, so this should be just as good. So let's get to it, shall we? Okay, hold up, let me increase the volume a little bit. Okay, there we go. I like how they somehow got into this area I like how Yoda got here somehow. He was able to somehow get to this place on a spaceship. It's supposed to be supposed to be Mickey's heart, but still.
You must be a master.
A grandmaster. I mean, they don't need to, like, create extreme stories as to why, characters fight. But this is kind of ridiculous, but I'm not sure what else you could have done, honestly. I will say, the Yoda voice actor and Mickey voice actor aren't bad. There's just some funny stuff to it, but Mickey and, Yoda talking is always going to be funny to listen to.
A wealth of power I sense in you.
If you say so.
My first duel, this is not.
You could have fooled me.
Proof you are. That size matters not.
Right back at you, pal.
This seems kind of friendly, but yeah, that's gonna hurt in the morning. Also, I do want to mention, I guess with, Yoda, his whole strength is kind of an issue in and of itself. Or his age, sorry. Nice little reference there.
The path to victory. This is not the Force. I must trust.
Oh gosh.
Oh! I saw that little graphical issue. Like, the smoke is having a little bit issue, but
It's time to end this tussle.
Is it Ultima? I'm sorry, it's just Mickey's, like, woohoo! Make it sound weird.
Power of the Force. You have not.
I can try. All I need is the light.
Do or do not. There is no try.
So? Ultima? Let's see. Yep.
What a shame. What happened?
Worry do not. One with the Force, I am.
Laugh it up, fuzzball.
Okay. Okay. First off, Shadow versus Ryoku, right? I think that's her name. I think that's how you pronounce it. I'm sorry if I mispronounced it. But oh no, Shadow's gonna fight his favorite anime character. If anyone gets that reference, you'd understand what I mean. But, yeah, this whole fight felt a little bit more friendlier than others in terms of how the characters bounced off of each other. Even though Yoda's dead, at least he's a Force ghost, so... yeah, Miki won. Which, you know, isn't too surprising, although I'm a little bit, like, iffy on some of the comparisons they did. It's not too bad, but still, some of it's just a little weird. Like, they used Roxas's, you know, whole transporting from his heart all the way to the Keyblade graveyard, you know, transporting from one portion of the galaxy to another as a speed feat. And, yeah, that technically counts, but only in, like, a soul aspect. That only counts for Roxas in his soul form. I'd argue, like, maybe something else would have been better, like some character actually fighting using their Keyblade would be a better use of a, you know, speed feat. But that's not too bad, but that's, like, you know, that's kind of the most egregious one, I think, at least to a degree. Well, you know, actually, you know, that's the one I have the most issue with. The one that I kind of don't have an issue with, sort of, is Zeus, their feat for using Zeus as, like, oh, he's able to move stars, so obviously that much power is what King Mickey can do. And you know what, to a degree I can see, like, the comparison issue there, although it's a little bit odd, but I'm willing to give it some credit there and say, okay, that one is a little bit more, you know, easier to understand and it's easier to digest, and I can agree with it, honestly. It's not that bad. So, yeah, mostly this whole death battle is a fight that I thought was very entertaining. I thought it was pretty good. It was kind of funny, unintentional for certain parts, although some of the graphical stuff is a little bit iffy. But still, it was pretty cool, all things considering, at least I think. Although there are certain small stuff I'd argue with them choosing, like, oh, you know, Mickey is faster, stronger. I'd argue it's like, I'd be a little bit, like, iffy on whether or not I'd count that or not. But, hey, I don't disagree with the outcome. I think King Mickey does sort of win this fight overall, so that was pretty good as a death battle, at least, you know, as the beginner of this new season, so there we go. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more, and also, you know, share this video with others so that way people can actually be, you know, notified or be aware of me. Click the bell notification icon for any time I post a new video. I always do different reaction videos to different stuff, and I might do, you know, a decent amount of death battles for this season, especially the next episode. I'm definitely going to watch for, you know, Shadow. I haven't watched Kill la Kill that much, but I've heard good stuff about it, so I might catch it eventually. But for now, I'm going to definitely watch the Shadow versus Ryoku. I'm hoping I'm pronouncing her name right, because that kind of sounds interesting to me. It should be interesting. I don't think Shadow will win, but it'll be interesting regardless. So I'll see y'all next time for the next video. Until then, sayonara my bots. Take care.